Start the recording.
Recording is started.
You ready?
Sure.
I call the March 2023 regular board meeting to order. Trustee Breath, will you please do?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please. This one.
Trustee Dobrab. Present. Trustee Kirby. Trustee LaFreda.
Present.
Trustee Repa.
Present.
Supervisor Bellman.
Here.
We have quorum. Also present is Clerk Larson. Attending remotely is Highway Supervisor Bob Kula and Assessor Cindy Brust.
Do we have any public comments tonight?
Hi, Ernie, everyone should know me, or most of you know me. Good evening. I'd like to remind the trustees of your crucial role in government, which is being the manager of the purse strings and being the check and balance on all the other, on the supervisor, on the assessor, on the highway department, the clerk's department. Your job is to just try and look out for our interests as far as spending money and what have you. So my question is, as far as I know that tonight's the budget for the assessor's office, and just my question is, there wasn't anything in the, there wasn't any packet online, so I don't know what the year-over-year numbers are, but the question is basically how the year-over-year numbers compare to this budget year, with the present budget year, and are they in line with the 4.9% assessment increase? Specifically, like any salaries, are they in line with the 4.9% increase that was levied, what, in October, November, or whatever?
Thank you. Any other comments tonight? How about official reports? Anybody have an official report they want to give? For me, basically, the food pantry is finally going to be getting shelving. So we're going to be not living in banana boxes anymore. That's a big thing for us. That is a very big thing to be able to afford shelving. So I'm excited for that. We've had a lot of community events going on here. We have our Easter egg hunt on April 8th. If you guys would like to volunteer, let me know. There's a lot of jobs to be done. We are building a senior community center here, for at least for like a day. That's going to be coming hopefully in April, where the seniors will be able to start having a place to hang out. I'm also working with Catholic Charities, University of Illinois Extension. They're going to be providing programs right now up to 8 months out. So every week, just about every week, there'll be programs for seniors. Because that's one area that I realized that last year we were not meeting the needs. And if you spend the day in the office every day, there's a lot of seniors. A lot of seniors need places to be, they need friendship, they need resources. So having the township, even if it's just once a week, we'll be able to provide some services for them and bring in presenters, having them teach classes. Probably my highlight of the month was I had high school students teach seniors how to use their cell phone. It was a 2-hour class. It was probably one of the best classes, not just for the seniors, but for the high school students, because they build up a relationship. It started off kind of like techie, and then they started talking about the relationships together. And, and they got to learn about each other, and it was a great connection, and I know the seniors want to do it. That was with Grace Lake Central. Grace Lake North's going to do it. I'm working on having Round Lake High School doing it, along with other technology programs. So I'm going to continue building relationships with the school. That's my son. He does not need me right now. He does. I'll find out later on.
So you gotta take it. Okay.
That's fine. So yes, it's just overall, the more things I'm trying to bring in this summer, we're going to be having things called Little Buds. The University of Illinois Extension, they are going to be taking care of the garden, 5 of the beds, and they're going to be growing the vegetables, and they're going to be donating them to the food pantry. I met with Girl Scout leaders today about building possibly more beds. So I'm continuously just going out into the community and just trying to figure out how I could bring more people in here. So that's pretty much my official report. So can I have a motion to approve the official reports as presented?
I'll motion that.
I'll second.
Roll call?
Trustee Dobrow,
Yes.
trustee LaFredo,
Yes.
trustee Repa,
Yes.
supervisor Bowman.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, under new business, approval of meeting minutes as presented. Can I have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Trustee LaFredo,
Yes.
trustee Dobrow,
Yes.
trustee Repa,
Yes.
supervisor Bowman.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Number 2, approval of monthly bills as presented, prepaid bills and outstanding bills. Can I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve the prepaid and outstanding bills.
I will second that.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Trustee Repa,
Yes.
trustee Dobrow,
Yes.
trustee LaFredo,
Yes.
supervisor Bowman.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Number 3, a resolution to transfer previously appropriated funds within the permanent hard road fund. It's 23-R5-004. Can I have a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion by LaFredo,
Yes, sir. Ma'am.
second by Repa.
Roll call?
Trustee Dobrow,
Yes.
trustee Repa,
Yes.
trustee LaFredo,
Yes.
supervisor Bowman.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Number 4, a resolution to transfer previously appropriated funds within general assistance fund, 23-R5-003. Is there a motion?
A motion to approve.
I'll second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Trustee Dobrow,
Yes.
trustee LaFredo,
Yes.
trustee Repa,
Yes.
supervisor Bowman.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Number 5, Nippersink Road Improvements, Phase 1. Bob, you want to take that?
Sure, I'm just updating you guys. There's a meeting from the minutes we had last week. Phase 1 has gotten underway. They're doing the topographical survey on Persink. Actually, they started today.
Cool.
And you'll just see the minutes of the meeting there. Just explains what we talked about last week at our kickoff meeting with that.
How often are they meeting?
Pardon me?
How often are they going to be meeting?
How was the meeting?
Like how often?
Oh,
Okay.
the meeting. That was a kickoff meeting, so there'll be more. Those are just as scheduled, so it's not at a regular basis just yet.
Okay,
This
cool.
is just the government bodies all starting to talk to each other and getting things rolling.
Thank you for taking this on. Does anybody have any questions for Bob? No? Okay, moving on. Discussion and, number 6, discussion and possible action related to the Finance Committee. I know that Jeannie sent out something and she wants to wait on a vote and talk more about what the suggestions were. The reason I want to have it on the committee is I just want to make it clear that I really believe that we need to have a finance committee. I know last month there was some discussion whether we should have one or not. I'm going to stand by what I said before, is that we ran on having a finance committee because we did that for the former supervisor. And the same, everything that I asked of us to do with the former supervisor, I want us to do with us, because that's the only way that we're going to be able to keep our integrity and ethics. So that's where we are. Did everybody have a chance for the trustees to look at what Jeannie was suggesting?
Yeah, I was able to take a look at it. I think most of it was pretty good. I did have a couple of questions regarding the appointment process, just to kind of go over that again, to some clarification. But I did like the improvements to the other sections in regards to just ethics and
keeping it updated and what the scope of the committee is and cleaning up some language.
Right, because regardless, we need to have a committee anyways to, to validate whether townships are still needed. So a committee is needed anyways, and that's why it was originally done, to keep the finance committee and have those people that were on the committee who already kind of know what's been going on in the township, to make it a little bit easier for us to make decisions because they've had a year or two or more, in the township. So that's something that we do need to talk about next month. Does anyone have any other questions or anything they want to state about the finance committee?
Just a procedural note that, because this would be, I guess, a resolution form and it's not a standard one, it should go through attorney's review based on our policies. So before anything gets adopted that's new or modifications like that, should probably just run through Megan.
That's fine. That's why we weren't going to vote on it or anything else. Jean just wanted to make sure that you guys had that opportunity to look at it.
Yeah.
Okay, number 7, discussion and possible action related to the fiscal year 2023-2024 annual budget. Because we are kind of behind the ball right now, putting our budget together, I'm suggesting that we come up with maybe 2 or 3 dates that we are available to work on the budget. And I know Jean thinks that she can and cannot. Do you guys have your calendars handy, or this is?
Yes.
Okay, so Jeannie's good dates are March 17th, March 22, March 20.
Slow down a second. All right, so March 17th.
March 22nd. Okay. March 23rd is not good for me.
March 22nd is not good for me.
Okay. 27th,
Should be fine.
Michael.
I got like multiple calendars.
Jeff?
Did you say March 27th?
Yes.
Let's see.
You in the dark again?
No. I'm technically earlier. I'm just looking at my calendar. What time, March 27th?
6:30, 7 o'clock? What time?
As of right now, I'm okay, but I should be all right for that.
I will be able to do the finance committee virtually if people cannot make it.
So saying, I'm thinking I might be coming from a metro. If we have a quorum, I can do it virtual. I'll stop working.
Megan, this would be considered a committee of the whole type meeting, it sounds like.
Yes.
So we need 3 in person, correct?
Megan, you're muted.
Sorry, that's not helpful. Yes, you would need at least 3 of you. You would need a quorum in person. And yes, if you're having the entire board there, you would also need to follow the same procedures post notice that would be a regular meeting or a special meeting.
Okay. So right now we're talking 27. How about 29?
Should be fine.
And then I have some dates in April that Jeannie is not good with.
It's all hairy for me.
So, but I mean, we could at least start moving forward with 2 dates and then take the 3rd date upon needed.
So right now, the 27th had some consensus, it looks like.
Yes. And then the 29th, because we're not going to finish it in one sitting. We're going to need to, go home and kind
I've got, if I can be there virtual, I will be. If I can't, then just won't. I've got a bunch of like 7 o'clock bullets on my calendar.
of, okay.
Put me down as a maybe, I guess.
And then how about April?
I was gonna say 27th, 29th, back to back, if it's not too much stress on people, that way it's kind of fresh in our minds, unless we think it's.
Right, that's what I'm thinking, those 2
Right
dates.
out.
And then, so the dates that Jeannie is not available in April is the 7th,
That's where we're.
10th, 11th, and 20th.
I would be good the 4th, the 6th,
Six, Passover.
And then the 11th is a board meeting anyway, right?
April's really bad.
Well, it's a board meeting, but it's also our town hall meeting.
Right.
I am busy the 4th. I will not be able to make it April 4th.
What did you say about the 6th?
The 6th,
I should be able to make the April 6th.
I mean, guess I won't miss all of it. The 6th I can make the 6th work. So what are our dates we're thinking?
We're thinking 27, 29, and April 6th. And again, depending on how fast we move, how much the budget is already done ahead of time, and how much maneuvering we have to do.
Sure.
Hopefully, we're in good shape where it's not gonna be, multiple meetings. But I would probably plan 2 hours.
Yeah, I mean, if we can get a lot of it done the 27th or the 29th, then we just come back. We don't need to do every meeting, but let's plan for it. That way we have the time in case.
But yeah, the plan is at least a 2-hour meeting.
Sure.
We could take a break in between. So. Do we have any other questions on putting the annual budget together? In the meantime, I know Bob's gonna be working on, Denise will be working on the budget. So we should have something by the 27th. And if we could send out information ahead of time, we'll do all that too. So people will have an opportunity to look. When they come, we already have an idea of questions that we need to answer.
Right.
Any other questions for the budget?
May, because it sounds like, well, no, we could potentially take final action on the 6th. So the April 6th meeting, I would recommend that we actually have to be able to take final action to release the budget for publication. That's not an adoption of the budget, that's just to give it the 30-day window,
Okay.
so that we can do the regular meeting in May for the adoption, so you have the 30 days in between.
Okay. So definitely plan on the 27th and 29th. So then the April 6th, we could just kind of firm things up if we need to. Any other questions?
7 o'clock, I assume.
7 o'clock, if that works for everybody. There's no, what about voting?
Yeah, because these are regular meetings, we can, they're all constituted as special meetings.
No, I meant early voting.
Oh, yeah, we can absolutely hold the board meeting in a separate room.
Okay,
It doesn't have to be in this room, it just has to
Right,
be
no, no.
accessible to the public.
yeah, just so that we can set up virtually,
That's
if everybody can make it, yeah, because this room will be locked.
Election is April 4th, right?
Tuesday.
But they have early voting.
Early
going
voting
on.
is here,
This
so
room,
early voting
this
also.
room is locked,
Yeah.
yeah.
That'll start on the 20th, so next
We
Monday.
could always just do it in the boardroom.
Right.
We can use the boardroom, we can use, there's,
There's a couple of.
There's room,
we can do it in the open hallway. if we
Oh,
want.
Yeah,
yeah.
and I just have to see who's using the rooms those days, and I'll have to move them, someplace else.
We can use the back conference room, we've used that for meetings in the
Yeah.
past as well, it's not.
Yeah, as long as we're open to the public, and then it won't matter. Okay, any other questions? Next. Number 8, approval of assessors' staff salaries for 2023, 2024. So my only question is, before we have the budget done, is to wait on the salaries, so that we can figure out where the budget lies.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my only thing, is that you know, before we give something, we should see where our budget is.
I'm just looking at, because I have, one of my employees is now a CIO, and I'd like to give her a raise. She does the work, she brings in a lot of stuff, and she helps me out a lot. And, because we've seen in the past where we've lost employees to other townships, I'd like to try to make sure I keep her and keep her for the.
I understand that, but,
I mean, I do have money right now still in the budget, so I'm just letting everybody know that I'd like to give her a raise.
okay,
That will start when she got her CIO, which was the 20th of the month.
and how much of a raise are you planning on giving?
This pretty close to where the intro CIOs is about 5,000.
So this is already falling within your previous budget
Yes.
year right now? Okay, so, okay, got it.
Yes, yeah,
All right.
so it's not gonna put me over anything.
And so if Edwin gets his,
If Edwin would get his, then he would be getting probably just a $3,000 raise because he doesn't contribute as much. Jessica has a background in real estate. We use her MLS. She knows more of, it's just the more things that she knows that she can help me with and, do that I believe trying to keep her. I'd like to make it nice enough where she would stay.
and are you planning on hiring somebody else?
I've got feelers out there. My other, the final one is just a field person, but I can't find anybody to go work outside.
Okay, because, just because,
I mean-
because the budget's gonna come up.
Right, and I'm
you have
gonna
to pay
include
somebody,
that,
yeah.
I'm gonna include that in with, so I have at least 4 employees. I need 4. So as soon as I could find someone that would work outside, I'd be happy to hire them.
And if in the meantime, if you don't have that, how are you going to?
I guess I'm gonna be running around with Edwin,
Okay,
or I could send out Jessica.
okay.
Just because of her knowledge with stuff too.
Are you seeking our approval?
I'm just seeking, an approval of a standard, I sent to everybody of
Yeah.
what I'd like to, and she still falls in that range.
And you've got the money?
Yes.
And this is just where they've been, including Isaac too, because I think it's important that we look at all the employees that we have here. This came from Anne Marie. So,
Jeff, I'm gonna snap a photograph of this and send it over to you so you can look at the same thing.
Thank you very much.
and you have the one that was sent in the packet?
Yep.
Okay,
Seems reasonable.
this one is just a little bit more detailed, how
I
much.
mean, we lost Jamie by $5,000, and Jamie would have been an asset of having them here now. And she does take up, a lot of things that I can put on her, and I know that she does them correctly.
Yeah, certainly with inflation being around 6%, give or take, and that's just one of the things that we're facing right now. Obviously cost of living and then having to compete for employees.
Actually, CIOs that just get their CIOs, they're going at 56, 55, 56, maybe 57.
Mhm.
And that's with no experience, just getting it. She's already had, 4 years with us.
Mhm.
So she knows what she's doing, she knows.
So are we planning on giving everybody raises, including the highway department? I just want to make
Yeah.
sure.
Well, that's
if
what
we're
I
having
think is
to- That's why I want to make sure we're having this discussion, that Bob has an opportunity just to talk to about where he plans on going.
I mean,
with his employees.
Edwin's not getting a raise and.
Okay, no, I just want, all
It's
I'm
just
trying to
because
do.
she's got her credentials.
Okay.
I think, in the meantime, while you're still in the previous budget, I have no issue with it, especially if it's still in the budget.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think for the next, fiscal year budget included in there, and we'll look at everything all together.
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah, I agree with that, Rudy.
yeah, because I think we should look at everything in one swoop rather than,
That's my only thing is because
Yeah.
if we're.
but I have no issue with it
pieces.
right now,
Right.
using the previous budget's funds. That's fine.
Okay,
So I don't know, how that would affect calling this forward.
no, I mean, if it's, money, but just you have to be conscious of everyone, all of us, we're gonna giving raises.
Well, I mean,
And the other-
it depends on the type of job you're doing. And
Right.
She's doing a different job than what I
So
do.
Edwin's not gonna get a raise.
No, because he doesn't have a CIO. He
Okay.
does, all he's doing right now is field work.
Okay. So this form,
Can I note for the record, discussing employees' specific compensation is best suited for executive session?
Thank you.
okay,
Why was this put on the agenda for regular session?
It's discussion not about individual employees, it's discussion about particular roles and salary ranges for adoption was the item that was placed on the agenda.
But but don't get into too much detail about salaries about people that are not on the agenda.
Okay,
Thank you.
got it. So, approval of assessor's staff salaries for 2020, well, no, this says, for 2023, 2024.
That was just the range thing that I said.
I would approve it for, could we approve it for last year's budget, because we're still in last year's budget, or technically this?
Because I'm just saying, 'cause it says 2023, 2024, so I don't know how.
Because isn't it next year's budget, or is that?
Well, our fiscal year begins on March 1st. I think that's one of the key metrics that has to be considered.
So we voting to retroactively approve the salary range?
So I think Cindy said that this potential increase would take effect on March 20th.
March 20th, yeah.
So that would be in
I'm
fiscal year
sorry, no,
23,
I'm
24.
sorry, February 20th,
Feb 20.
because it was the 17th when she passed her class and she received her certificate on February 20th.
So-
It's dated.
So then, yes, so for employees in these positions, not anyone in specifically, then we should be looking at fiscal year 22, 23.
Right, I was looking at.
You're
this.
looking for the 8-day window there in that particular case? Correct. These are the proposed salaries also moving forward. So
Right.
it's up to the board to decide how they want to handle that.
Right, that was only my question,
Yeah,
was,
that's fine.
is we're combining. So Megan, how are we doing this?
Well, I guess I'm confused as to what Cindy's request is. Is this a request just to increase the salary of the woman that just became a CIAO? Or is this a request for an across-the-board pay increase for all assessor staff?
Okay, so when my employee received her credentials, I wanted to give her a raise, but Anne Marie wouldn't let me do that until the board okayed it. So I'm doing that with also that giving a range of how the salaries will from now on go from the 23 to 24 year.
So Megan, the way it was presented to us was, these are the positions and these are the proposed salary ranges that I want to give them moving forward.
If
That
you
was
want
the-
to keep them within the ranges, then
Yes.
you're not actually approving a salary increase for an individual employee. You could approve these ranges because nothing would actually change. Except for the one position that is the CIAO. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Because the other people are still well within their range without even increasing them. And then you could address the individual employee for 23, 24 when you have your budget discussions.
Sounds correct.
So if this is then a motion to approve the salary ranges as presented, you could just approve what Cindy is proposing.
My only question with that is on the paper here, it says fiscal year 23, 24. That is next,
Right, that's what I was,
so then we need to change it to 22, 23, don't we?
No.
Oh,
No, because this is really for 23, 24 with the exception of 8 days in
Okay.
22, 23.
Okay,
Again, these are just ranges.
Yeah.
You're not committing to a specific salary.
got it.
So I'll make the motion to approve the proposed assessor staff salaries for 23, 24.
I'll second.
so then through the budget, you'll tell us exactly how much.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so that means that makes it more.
Yes, but I'm also, I've got the approval to give my CIO a raise.
No, I
as of
understand that, but
February
yeah, I just want to make sure that it's where the
Okay.
budget is, yes, okay. So, can I have a motion to approve?
My motion.
Motion by Dobrow's, second by Redlaw.
Roll call.
Trustee LaFreda,
Yes.
trustee Redlaw,
Yes.
trustee Dobrow,
Yes.
supervisor Bellman.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Number 9, approval of the town hall agenda for the 2023 April 11th meeting. Did everyone have a chance to look at the town hall meeting?
Yeah.
Okay. Have a motion to approve?
I approve. Motion to approve.
Second?
I'll second.
All- Roll call.
Trustee Rezza.
Aye.
Trustee LaFreda.
Aye.
Trustee Dobrev.
Yes.
Supervisor Bowman.
Yes.
Motion carries.
We have no executive section. Any other public comments? Members' remarks? Adjourned. Never done that
I'll
before.
plan to be at that meeting in person then.
Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you.
We are adjourned at 7:32 PM.
That was pretty fast.
Have a good night, guys.
Good night,
Good
Megan.
night.
Good night, Jessica. Good night, Bob.
Good night.
Bye-bye.